your day with meteorologist Tracy Butler and ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Cheryl Mariah Logan's friend stepped off a plane back here in Chicago just a few hours ago. She was supposed to be with them. Now, instead, tonight, her friends, her siblings, and her mom are trying to figure out how to get the 23-year-old's body back home for a proper funeral. Mariah Logan's weekend in Miami was exactly what she and her friends had wanted.
It was a birthday trip. They went to have fun. They did have fun. You know, I saw so many pictures and things. It just didn't end, you know, the way it was supposed to.
Investigators with the Florida Highway Patrol say Logan died around 4:30 Sunday morning when she fell out of the car she was riding in, and then almost instantly was hit by the car behind theirs. Investigators say she'd been hanging out of the right rear passenger window, and after briefly stopping, they say the car that hit her took off.
The way it happened, you know, it's not easy to accept a person going out like that. She was an angel.
The girls in the car with Logan collapsed to the pavement beside themselves as investigators paced the lanes of the highway.
She was on her way back here, and now she'll never come back. And that's hard.
Up until that moment, pictures show Logan as a radiant 23-year-old. Her work with behavioral health patients in Waukegan, her sister says, is the work she was born to do.
Mariah was an angel. Like, she was really a walking angel to everybody and anybody she met.
Now, everyone who knew her is left stunned and grieving her short life unexpectedly. A funeral home owner in Miami has seen our story and tonight has now stepped up to volunteer to help bring Mariah Logan's body back home to her family safely.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? So before I get to this latest story, something that I've been following and I've been hoping to get released for the past week, but I'm just not getting back to it because I've been busy ever since that live stream, which was my last upload. I wanted to share a little bit of information with you guys. First of all, and this is not a paid advertisement, this is actually a free advertisement because I just discovered this brand new app that is absolutely awesome on the Google Play Store. I'm pretty sure you can get it at the Apple Store as well. It's called RecordMaster, and what it enables me to do is it enables me to record both the audio from my microphone, from my phone itself, and my screen, which speeds up the process of making videos. It's essentially like doing a live stream, only I have the ability to record something without having to, you know, go through the whole movie maker editing process. You can also pause the video when you need to add something or move something away from your screen and then continue to record. As I said, this is going to speed up the video making process for me exponentially. Now, I don't know, because of the way I like to make videos, I've been telling you guys for years that I've been looking for an alternative way to do things because as you can see, I've been out for several days. I've been busy chasing this fucking money. So I really don't have the opportunities that a lot of content creators have to just sit down and produce content. So this is really a great program and tool that I literally just discovered. If you are a content creator or you're thinking about getting into amateur or professional vlogging, I would definitely recommend this. I gave it 5 stars. I'd give it 10 if I could. You can find it at the Google Play Store. It's called RecordMaster, or you can just type in the search engine screen and audio recorder and it should come up. It has a 4.5 rating. It really should have a 5.0 rating because there are a lot of apps on Google Play Store that don't deliver on what they promise, and this one actually does. Now, irony of ironies, the way I actually came across this app was completely by mistake. It turns out that overnight, another one of my videos was attacked by the ScrewTube Thought Police, and it was the video I did a while back, more than 8 months ago, I believe, entitled "Black Men Who Think Aaliyah Wasn't a Swirler Don't Know Aaliyah or Black Women." Yes, we're going there. Now, in this video, just like the video that was removed a couple of months ago that caused me to temporarily shut my site down, this video had no excessive, vulgar commentary whatsoever. As a matter of fact, it was one of the more politically correct videos that I've produced in recent times, and yet it was flagged, and although it wasn't removed and a strike put against my channel, it was restricted to the point where it can only be viewed by someone coming to my channel. It can't be thumbs up. It can't be shared. It can't be commented on. And there were like 80 comments on it already, and it had 1.7 thousand views. So, this is really nothing new to me, but, basically after I got done appealing the ruling, the decision to restrict the video, and the appeal, as I suspected, was rejected, what I elected to do was I said, well, fuck YouTube. What I'm going to do is, because they prevented me from being able to download my own video, and I can't find it in any of my laptop database files. So I said, fuck YouTube. I'm just going to find a screen and audio recorder app, record the video, and re-upload it on BitChute, which is what I'm going to do. As soon as that is available, I will be posting that in the community post, and you guys will be able to watch that video. It was nearly an hour and a half long video. Very good video. And I'm not going to allow YouTube or any other company to restrict my freedom of expression and speech, as I've said time and time again. The video was basically about me exposing the fact that Aaliyah not only would have swirled, but she was a swirler back when she was alive. And I went into several things proving, making the case to prove my point. Including the way she acted around non-black men during her career, and the way she acted when she went on tour to foreign countries like Japan. So apparently, just like my video that was removed, where I showed evidential proof of some cerebrally defunct degenerate that to help prove the case a couple of months ago about how black women trying to raise boys into manhood has failed over the past 40 years. Somebody got butthurt about this video. They flagged it, and then YouTube looked at it, and they decided to thought police it. So I'm simply just going to re-upload it on BitChute. You'll be able to comment on it, and I will be making an announcement on that with the link available as soon as I get done doing that. Like I said, fuck YouTube and their thought policing. To the contrary, I want to share this interesting story with you guys out of Miami that occurred about a week and a half ago, of this 23-year-old Chicago area native by the name of Mariah Michelle Logan. She was on vacation for spring break with some of her friends, and they were returning from their spring break trip in a rental car on a highway in Miami. She hung out of the window to wave and yell "Bye Miami" as they were heading towards the airport to come back to Chicago. And I guess she was hanging a little too far out of the window. She slipped and fell out of the window, and then she was run over by a Land Rover behind her and crushed to death. Some Final Destination type shit for sure, if you ever seen that movie series. And, tragic freak accidents like this happen all the time. But there was a twist to this story, because when I first saw it, I saw it on Insta Memorials, and I didn't think much of it. I was like, just another young person, doing something stupid, and they slipped up, and became a statistic. But I got curious and do what I always do, and I started doing research into this chick, and I looked her up on Facebook. And while looking her up on Facebook, you see all the typical me worship of these hood thoughts, but this is where the story got deep. Because I'm scrolling through her timeline on her Facebook, and I find, of course, she just passed away, so they're friends that are paying tributes. But I also find that she has a boyfriend that's very distraught, and he's paying tributes. And, while I'm scrolling, I'm looking and I'm seeing, that her boyfriend is a black guy. But then I find this. Now, this is a post that she made last spring, almost a year ago. And this was right around the time, according to her about history, when she got in a relationship with her boyfriend. And so now, if we focus in on this, she's actually sharing a post of another female, supposedly, on Instagram. And she says, "I love this." Now, when we scroll here and we read this, it says, quote, "I was dating a Mexican man once. I always ask men I date about their first love, so I asked him. He told me that his first love was a girl in Mexico, and he had been crazy about her, and they were so close. But he could not marry her because she came from a wealthy family, and he did not have the money to give her that kind of life. I immediately started saying, quote, but if you loved each other, that shouldn't matter. Love is all that's important. He cut me off. Quote, don't get offended, he said, but only you black women think like that, and it's not good. If I love her, why would I want to offer her a lesser life than she was raised with? What kind of a man would I be if I took a woman I loved from a life where she wanted for nothing and gave her a life where she had to do without? I was raised to believe that a man does not do that to a woman he loves. If I really love her, I want her to have the best life. I want her to have everything she has now and even more. If that's possible, even if that means she is not with me." Unquote. I actually was offended, but only because I realized that Rico was right, and I suddenly realized how foolish my way of thinking was. Now, at the bottom of this post that was posted by this Instagram page listed as Raniquineshe, whatever the hell that is, it says hashtag divest. It says hashtag black women divest now. Now, there's a couple of things wrong with this. Of course, we know what the issue is, between us black men and black women. But the issue with this is obviously that Miss Maria Monroe, she shared this and she posted, "Love this." And this is a female who has a black boyfriend who I'm about to show you in a minute. Okay. And she posted this right around the time that she started being in a relationship with her black boyfriend that was paying tributes to her after she fell out of this window and got killed on the highway in Miami. Below in the comment section, you can see it says, "Damn, that's true." And one female says, "Damn, that's true," agreeing with the post that she shared. And Mariah Monroe follows, agreeing with her, saying, "Seriously." And then another female says, "I know that was your last date with him." And this was particularly interesting because not only does Mariah Monroe have a black boyfriend, but this female at the bottom here, she's saying, he's telling you to your face that you are not worthy of a life that a wealthy person has. You are just as worthy. She's trying to let Maria Monroe and the other girl know that this Mexican dude that this female is posting about on Instagram, whose post she shared saying that she loved this, is actually insulting the females that she was with and black women in general by saying that he left a woman that had a wealthy family and he got with a black female on a lower level because he didn't have enough that he felt to make the other female, the non-black female that he was dating and screwing, happy because she came from, you know, a richer family. So he got with a black female simply because he thought she was poor or on his level. Okay, so somehow the female who posted this stupid thought completely missed the ball on understanding this, and she thought that the Mexican guy was actually complimenting her when what he was really saying is what we've been telling you about a lot of these guys that deal with, especially these hood thoughts, and these females are talking about, you know, divest from the Blackistan they created, yada yada yada. They think they're moving up. A lot of these non-black guys are dealing with black women simply because they don't have the top echelon um, choices. You know, they don't have the pick of the litter of their own type race of woman or other races of women. Okay, in a lot of cases, you will find that a lot of these non-black men are on the lower totem pole of their own race, and that includes a lot of these Hispanic guys that mess around with black females. But again, she completely missed the ball on this. Now, as I said, back to Maria Monroe having a black boyfriend, let's take a look at some posts that he made. Now, understandably, this guy is upset. You know, he just lost his girlfriend in, you know, a tragic accident, and a freak accident, actually. And, you know, he's making all kinds of tributes to her. In this one, you see saying that his heart hurts so bad. You know, when you find that special love, your soulmate, she would be watching me get ready for work right now, just looking at me smiling. I can't even get out of bed. You're supposed to be laying next to me, baby. Why, Allah? I just don't understand why she did no evil. She was a light in a world of darkness. She spread your light. Why it's not far, not just to me, but to the world, to her sisters and brothers, to her co-workers. I never thought I'd love a woman so hard, but you changed me. We were changing every day together. We had so many plans. A cruise in August. Our 1 year anniversary was just around the corner. Marriage, kids. We talked about it all. We talked about everything. Just a special love we have. I just know things will never be the same. A part of me left with you. I'll never get that back. I'll never get that back. I love you so much, baby. In another post, he says, the way you looked at me, baby, listening to every word, we would talk for hours about anything. I miss you so much. I love you, Maria Monroe. You're my angel on earth, now my angel in the sky. And this is perhaps his most interesting tribute to his girlfriend that died in Miami returning on spring break. He says, one of the last pictures my queen sent me, Maria Monroe. You got me always, baby. I love you. And in the picture, I guess he's showing a picture text that she sent him where she says, in the room, just got dressed, finna go find food. Beautiful baby. And he's responding saying, beautiful baby. Now, I know that this was when she was on spring break because he said that this was one of the last pictures that she sent him before she was killed in that accident. And he confirmed that he was not on the spring break trip. It was just her and a couple of her girlfriends that rented out a car, and they decided to go to Miami for spring break. Now, if we take a panoramic view at this, there's quite a few problems with this, and hence the title of this video about black men to still deal with black women, be careful where you let your loyalties lie. Okay, because a lot of these females, they're scandalous, they're twisted, they're disrespectful, and if you think that they won't cheat on you, or haven't been cheating on you, you got the game fucked up. Now, if we go back to the post that she shared about a year ago, where she's agreeing with a female on Instagram by saying that she loves this, saying, where this female is boasting about her Mexican boyfriend, and, how he couldn't bring himself to date a richer Mexican woman. So he went and he got, a black woman because he figured that she was on his financial level from what he was saying. Okay, you can see that she is open to the idea of black women divesting, from the black community, which means your black ass, black man, which means that she is open to the idea of dating non-black men. Okay, whether she did or didn't. Okay, so while this man is mourning the death of his girlfriend, I wonder if it ever occurred to him, you're going to let your girlfriend and her girls go leave Chicago, travel hundreds of miles to Miami, Florida on spring break. Your girlfriend, she's relatively cute, and she's on spring break without her man, with these other girls, and she has this mentality that you know she's open to this idea of dating other races of men. Now, I've seen some videos of this chick actually live on her Instagram, because I'm just now working, just because this is my first video using this app. I'm not going to go through the whole rigmarole of uploading them. But just trust and believe she was your typical, all American, hood thought type of chick. Okay. So this guy is talking about, wife and kids with a female that is loving the post of a female that is boasting about a Mexican dude that she claimed to be dating, that was actually insulting her, but she was so slow she thought she was getting a compliment. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, if you're this black guy, okay, if she's open to that type of stuff and you're going to let her go to Miami on spring break, they're going to be on the beach in the bikini, they're going to be in the clubs. I mean, can you not put two and two together? There are some people out there that are loyal, but most people are loyal to their options. We know this. Okay, we know this is a matter of simply reality. So you have to ask yourself, are you really going to trust, your girl that has already demonstrated that she has no problem with, dating interracially? Okay, she has no problem with leaving you back in Chicago while she goes and has fun on spring break in Miami. And she's sending you pictures talking about she's going out. First of all, if we go back to that picture where he was talking about her sending him the final picture text of her going out eating. I mean, yeah, you can dress like that, but who really needs to go dressed up like that going out to eat? I'm not saying that, that does suggest anything, but at the same time, when you think about it, you can go, you can put on some fleece pants to go out and get something to eat. Okay, regardless, the point that I'm making, I think a lot of you brothers understand, is a lot of these females that, not only claim to be loyal to black men, but a lot of these females that, these guys are with, that are calling their queens and talking about they're thinking about marriage, this, that, and the third. A lot of these females are fooling around on the low. I mean, and this also points to the kind of, unfortunately, the low IQ of a lot of these male Negroes that deal with these type of females, to not put them in check, to basically just let them operate, just completely reckless. These females be out here wilding out. like I said, a couple of years ago when I lived in an area that was kind of hoodish, I had a female. She was a nice looking little petite chick. She had this boyfriend that would come down from Chicago every month to see her because they were separated. She was going to school, and I lived in a duplex wall to wall with her. And every once in a while, she would come around the corner and she would test my dick. She like I'd be outside washing my car, and she'd be in these little hot pants and have her nails done and everything, and she'd bend over acting like she was looking for something on the ground, showing me the crack of her ass, in these little jean shorts. And she talked to me a couple of times, and it was obvious that she was letting me know, hey, I'm open for business. If I wanted to cheat with her behind her boyfriend's back, I could have very, very easily done that. And a lot of brothers don't get this. They don't pick up on it that, you got to understand, females in a lot of cases, they respond to things on emotional impulse, okay? Even when they get with and start dating you, they're not, in a lot of cases, unfortunately, they're not using logic and reasoning, okay, or even common sense. Everything, especially when a female gets upset about something, everything is about her emotions, how she feels at the moment, okay? So if she may feel, that way about you at that particular time, but then you got to ask yourself, when she gets around other dudes that, she finds attractive, or, they have a colorful personality and they get her excited and, kind of worked up between the legs, who's to say she might not start having certain feelings and might not start doing stuff with them. So, especially when you have a female who's open to this whole divest from Blackistan ideology, my stance on these females has been very clear. Because of the amount of problems that I have in my life, I simply don't have time to be dealing with these little stupid ass thoughts and they little mind games, and they disrespect and wondering, who's this nigga she's texting, who is this nigga in her inbox that she's been talking to, is she really at work, is she really at school, or is she somewhere else that she's not telling me about? She's hundreds of miles away on a vacation or a trip, with her girls. I'm right here. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't have time for that shit. But I understand a lot of you brothers do still want to deal with these females, which ironically is going to be the focus of my next live stream, which is going to be coming up in the next 2 weeks. So stand by for that. It's going to be about black men living the single life, and if you find it difficult to do that, or if you're like me where you wake up every day and you enjoy the hell out of being by yourself because you realize most of these females you just can't trust, and they're more of a liability than an asset. So yeah, guys, tell me what you think, not only about this story. I already know what some of you brothers are thinking, but I'm not gonna post it here. And also, tell me what you think about this new video production style. I'm going to have to perfect it. Obviously, I'm a noob at doing this. Again, because this is kind of like a live stream, I can pause the video, but still, shifting in between images while recording is still a little bit difficult. But it'll definitely make it easier for me to do videos while I'm on the fly. Because like I said, I live on the road these days, and it's not so easy for me to just stop doing what I got to do to make a living and pull in those dollars and just make a video, even though that's exactly what I want to do for you guys. Thanks so much. There's several more videos coming down the pipe. Make sure, if you're not signed up to me on Black Avenger TV, BitChute.com, and Patreon.com, you do so ASAP. And also, again, as I said in the community post, if you want to be a part of that live stream where we're going to be talking about black men living the single life, be sure to email me at briansolange2@gmail.com. That's briansolange2@gmail.com. Thanks so much, and talk to you later, guys.